Welcome back for lesson 1-2. It's order of operations and evaluating expressions. So your job right now is to take some notes. So you should be kind of putting it in that Cornell style. Up on the top, I would like you to write down your essential question for the day, and we will answer that tomorrow when you come to class. What order should you use to simplify expressions? And why is it important that there is an agreed upon order? At any point in time, if you need to pause because I'm talking too fast, that's the beauty of video. Don't forget that. Just pause, write down what you need to, and then listen. Or watch it and then write later. Whatever works best for you is great. Our objectives for the day, we're going to simplify expressions involving exponents, and we're going to use the order of operations to evaluate expressions. So these are things that you've done before. Hopefully you're pretty good at. And we'll just do a little bit of practice. So this right here is our basic exponential form. The whole thing is the power. Here is the base. That big number is the base. Here is your exponent. So the exponent is the little guy up to the right. The base is here. The power is the whole deal. And the exponent tells you how many factors of the base you have. So this one says 7 to the 4th. That means 7 times 7 times 7 times 7. 4 different 7s. So let's go through and figure out what that means. When we say base, the way we say it is whatever the base is to the exponent power. So I would like you to make this cute little table right here. And I want you to write down this one, this one, this one, and this one. And then give me words for it. And then what does that mean? What are you supposed to do with it? And then down on the bottom, do this right here can be read as, there's 2 different ways you can read it because of the 2. And there's 2 different ways that you can read this one because of the 3. So I would like you to take a moment, do that, pause, and then come back, and we'll check. So here we go. This one, 10 to the 1st power, which means 10 one time. I wasn't exactly sure how to write that. So there's just one of them. This is 5 to the 3rd power, which means 5 times 5 times 5. Now, we don't use the x's. X's are bad, x's are bad. The problem is I don't have a dot on my computer, so I'm going to use an x. Please forgive me. And that, when you multiply it out, gives you 125. But 5 times 5 times 5 is the real meaning we're looking for. This is 7 to the 6th power, which means 7 multiplied 6 times out gives you a really big number. And then this, x to the nth power. So x times itself n times, how many ever that is. Now this little guy right here, that could be 4 squared, or it could be 4 to the 2nd power. And this one could be 2 cubed, or 2 to the 3rd power. Either way is good to say it. We just oftentimes like to say squared, or cubed because it's quicker, and it kind of goes back to area and volume. Let's try a little more. Oh, grouping symbols such as parentheses or brackets, those are those square ones, tell you which operation should be done first. So let's pretend we've got x equals 2. This thing right here, what would you do for that? Well, you would grab your writing utensil. This means 2 times 2 to the 3rd. Well, which one do you do first? In this case, you do 2 to the 3rd, 2 times 2 times 2, so that's 8. So you end up with 2 times 8 equals 16. Does this one equal 16 as well then? Well, this says because of the parentheses, do 2 times 2 first, and then take it to the 3rd. So 2 times 2 is 4. 4 to the 3rd power, does that give you 16? No, 4 times 4 is 16, times 4 one more time is 64. So what I would like you to do, go in and fill these in. So 4b, the quantity there, squared when b equals 2. Go in, answer these, push pause, and then we'll come back in a moment. All right, here you go. I got 64 on this one, 81 here, This one is 49, and this one is 36. If you don't agree with me, I'm willing to argue it out tomorrow, but I'm right. So if you got something different, figure out what you got, and if you can't figure it out, put a star by it, and tomorrow when we come back to class, we can discuss it and figure out what happened. All right, the next piece, would you please draw out these 5 boxes? And this is I know that you've seen this before, well, unless you didn't have me last year, but most of you have seen it written out this way. And I want you to fill into here, what is the order of operations that we're going to use? And I have it set up specifically with these 2 blocks side to side here. And why is it that we do that? So draw the boxes, fill them in, push pause again, and then we'll come back and see what we've got. Here we go. Parentheses is on the top, also known as grouping symbols, grouping signs. So that could be these guys, it could be these guys, it could be this. If you have a division bar, you do everything on the top, everything on the bottom. Sometimes people like to put in grouping symbols just to remind themselves that they should do that first. Then comes exponents for your E. Multiply and divide. Why do I have them next to each other? Because you do them in the order that you see them. Multiply and divide, you do left to right. So even if you see divide first, if you have both of them, you would do whichever one's to the left first. And then A and S, add and subtract are on the same thing. If you see both of them, after you've done your parentheses, after you've done your exponents, after you've multiplied, after you've divided, then if you still have adding and subtracting, you can do those left to right. So let's take those and try some. So you've got 2 different equations right here. I'm going to have you do them on your own again. The beauty here is you pause and you take as much time as you need or as little time as you need, and then come back and check your answers. You might say, what is A? There it is right there. So go through, find them, come back when you're ready. All right, here you go. I'm just going to give you answers and see if you agree. This one's 28, and this one is 6. You might say, why is that true? Well, this one, I do 3 squared is 9. 9 times 4 is 36 minus 8, 28. This one, I do 3 squared is 9. 27 divided by 9 is 3. Add 3, I get 6. Try a few more, and then we'll be done for now. This one, oh my gosh, what are you going to do with that whole huge thing? This one, what happens when you multiply by 1/3? And over here, you need to show all of your steps. You cannot just type this into your calculator. So if you have just answers, you will not get credit for any of these answers. You must show steps. So if you didn't on those ones before, go back and fix them. This one's 4. This one's 27. And this one is 10. Go back, figure it out. I'm not going to show you. I just want you to struggle through it. And then my guess is you got them. If you didn't, then we'll talk about it tomorrow and figure out what went wrong, right? So there will be just a little mini quiz. I want you to go in and take that so that I know that you've watched the video. And we'll be ready to go tomorrow. See you then.